Hi everyone, this is Tulika Samuel, co-founder of Adoxa, and today I'm here with part 3 of the series of the video. And in this video we'll be talking about what is classroom management plan and how to create a classroom management plan. If you don't have much idea about what is classroom management, here is the link to my playlist that contains part 1 and part 2 of the series of the video. Before we get started, do not forget to hit the subscribe button so that you get the notification of my videos. Let's dive into what is a classroom management plan and how to create a plan. So what is classroom management plan? Classroom management plan is just like an operational manual for the classroom. You can also call it as a living document that helps or assists a teacher to run a class smoothly and can also be changed as and when needed. It's a step-by-step guide to know how to run a classroom. It consists of series of practices and procedures that assist a teacher to run a classroom smoothly and efficiently and to create a productive teaching learning environment. A classroom management plan basically outlines the classroom procedures and routines. Now, what are procedures? Procedures are basically, the steps that describe how things are to be done. For example, if you are engaging in any activity, whether it's project-based, how are you expecting students to do that activity? So what are the procedure? What is the procedure? What are the steps? Or when students exit the classroom, what's the procedure? What are they expected? So a procedure is the main or essential part of a classroom management plan. Now let's talk about the steps to create a classroom management plan. There are basically 6 steps in creating a classroom management plan. Let's dig into it. Step 1. Step 1 is to list all the activities or tasks or things that are to be done in the classroom or that usually happens in your classroom, starting from entering to the classroom to exiting the classroom. What are the activities or tasks that takes place in your classroom? List them all out, starting from entering the classroom. So that's one activity. Doing the task, that's second activity, or a pair share or a student engagement or stations. So those are the tasks or activities that are happening in a classroom. These are some of the activities that happen in my classroom, but there are a lot of activities once you kind of sit, analyze. So list out all the activities. That's step number 1. Step 2, make a procedure for each activity. Yes, for each and every activity you have to make a procedure. Now when I say make a procedure, it means a step-by-step guide for the student to know how are they expected to perform that activity. A simple example, entering to a classroom. 5 simple steps for entering the classroom. So when students come to my classroom, they know these are the 5 steps. So basically they are so much into it that it becomes a routine for them and I don't have to instruct. But I do have to teach the procedure, which is my part number 4, where I will be talking in more details. Step 3, chalk out the plan to teach these procedures, right? You have listed the activities. For each activity, you have a guide, step-by-step procedure to be followed. Now you have to, teach that because everything is on the paper, the planning. Now, how are you gonna teach it? How are you gonna incorporate teaching these procedures with your regular lesson plan, which is easier? So chalk out the plan. Basically the first 2 weeks are the best time to teach routines and procedures because students are back from summer. There is a long gap and they really need that pushback where they understand what's the expectation to be in the classroom. So that's step number 3. Step 4, display your procedures somewhere in the classroom. You have started teaching, you have already planned everything, but what if a student needs a reminder? Do you have it in your classroom where you can just direct the student to go, there's a poster right there, you can find all the procedures there instead of reteaching one student and ignoring the rest of the students? So it's really essential you display the procedure somewhere in the classroom. It could be, on the walls. Usually I, save one wall just for my procedures. All my procedures printed out in big bold letters that is, easy to read from a distance. Some teachers I have seen, like maybe kinder or elementary teachers, they put it on the table or on the desk. stick it there for rest of the year. For students, it's easy, smaller kids, to just have a look at the table. So that's step 4, to have the procedures displayed in the classroom. Step 5, tweak the plan as and when required. That is why classroom management plan is called as living document, because whatever procedures you plan out, they may need some changes, some tweaking, because either it's not working, or that there is little bit more information required, or students are still getting confused how to perform a certain task. So make sure we always revise the procedures that we have created. What I do is I just do the procedure myself, so it makes me clear about if it's gonna give a clear picture to the students or not. So that's step 5. Step 6, teach, reteach, rehearse. We cannot expect the students to learn it in the first 2 weeks of the school and then remember rest of the school year. So it's really essential that we keep teaching these procedures, incorporating that in our lesson plans and all our activities, reteach them when required. Maybe when there are breaks, 1 week or 2 long breaks of 2 weeks like Christmas break, then they definitely need to be retaught those procedures, and rehearse as and when required. You see a group of students still not following the directions or having hard time, they need to rehearse those procedures. So these are the 6 steps of creating a classroom management plan. I hope you like this video and you understand the importance and procedures involved in a classroom management plan. It really makes a teacher's life easier, because students are so much into routine, because when you keep teaching procedures, they become their routine, and once they become their routine, guess what, you don't have to give any prompt. They know how to enter the classroom, do all the activities, and exit the classroom after the exit ticket. Please like, share my video, and if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. My next part 4 will be on how to teach procedure in the classroom, and that will be the last part of the series of classroom management videos. Thank you for watching my video. Till my next video, stay safe, stay happy.